Hi everybody, it's Angie, Yoga Dragon. Um, so I changed rooms. I want to do a video, see what comes up um, for my empaths, especially. This reading is dedicated to them. This is a no frills reading. There's no candles, there's no sage, there's no crystals. I have 2 oracle decks and 3 tarot decks. So let's just get right into it. If you like my work, please subscribe. So I cut the deck. I got the 3 of Swords. Swords is air, thinking, thought world, thought processes, and the 10 of Wands. Wands is fire. This reading is for any sign. Picking up on eclipse energies. So yeah, a lot of people incarnated into the earth plane, and they use their heart, and they feel things, and they treat people with love, not realizing that some people just are challenged and seduced by all the pleasures of the world, money, sex, all that stuff. So yeah, so the empaths, we've been carrying kind of a heavy load. The 3 of this card says sorrow. Now, a lot of times the 3 of Swords comes up in romantic or love readings because it's called the broken heart. But these cards are a lot deeper, and I want to go a little deeper into them. This is a card that carries anguish, deep sorrow, depression, really heavy energies. Okay. The 10 of Wands. I like this deck. The key word is oppression. So whatever reasons, and I might talk about galactic history or demonic energies if that's what comes in, because that's what's at play here. Okay. The powers that be have oppressed everybody. And the people that have really taken the hit are the people that are loving, kind. So this card speaks of heavy burdens, being overworked, doing too many things for other people that they should be doing for themselves. But it goes deeper than that. The oppression, this is soul level oppression, spiritual warfare, holding on and keeping the ship up for all the passengers on the ship, even when they harm you. I can't even express to you the amount of black magic that is on this planet. Like that, I thought that was something that nobody ever really heard of or never really happened. Yeah, that's what people are resorting to. Okay, I would be careful with that. If you are practicing black magic, it's not going to be a good year for you. Yeah, you won't be supported. And anybody who's recovering from that, just keep your frequency high and allow for divine protection and timing to take place. Okay, so let's start the reading. Do a couple shuffles. So this is the Crowley deck. Very popular deck, but not widely used. Yeah, Aleister Crowley. He was a shady occultist. Um, yeah, a lot of people. Another thing I want to talk about is our sexual energy, because in the higher realms, the fifth density level and above, they use their sexual energy to create galaxies and birth new stars, because that's the energy that Creator gave us, life force and our sexual creative force and our voice. Okay. So yeah, there's been a lot of miscreation and perversion of the sexual energy. It's become the rape of innocence, and it's everybody's problem. It's everybody's problem. Um, so during this eclipse, we are asked, no matter what feelings overcome us, to stay in the power of love and the frequency of love. We're asked to do that. We are called. Um, so let's see what comes up. See what message is for whoever clicks on this or finds it. Okay. Okay, message for my collective. The Spirit wants us to know. I'm waiting for the right card to come out. Here it is. Okay. All right. So, two major arcanas came out. You got the Devil, and we got the Universe card. And that's what this eclipse is about. It's going to eclipse out the old ways of thinking and the devil energy. As I was talking about demons earlier, yeah, because most people have entity attachments and they don't even realize it. And they're hurting others. They're hurting our empaths. This devil energy, it can be seen within yourself, your fears, or within the behaviors of others. So we're going to keep that neutral. It's basically toxic, self-destructive behaviors. It does point specifically at addictions, particularly sex addiction. Okay, souls that are, you see them in the underworld here. Yeah, they're chained to the devil, and that's one of the chief ways that they're reptilians. Will control over the collective consciousness and cause suffering and human ignorance, and people to stay in the matrix. Is they manipulate the orgasmic energy, sexuality. It's become so bad now that it's rampant. Sex trafficking is rampant. We need to contemplate this stuff, and we need to connect and pray. Okay? And we need to hold space in love as the masculine energy moves from the gonads into the heart. Okay? Where the love and the sexual energy should be. Okay? So this card here, and I'm gonna go into past lives a little bit. This universe card, this is like a graduation card. Okay. I'm going to show you the imagery on this card. I'm not going to interpret that because I want you to just want you to see it, like in the corners and the snake and stuff. So yeah, this is, as I said, it's like a graduation card, and it's huge because it's karmic cycles and old ways of thinking and doing and being that have plagued us for lifetimes. Okay. Um, yeah, and it manifests. And those first two cards I showed you, the Three of Swords, the sorrow, and the Ten of Wands, the spiritual oppression. Okay. So I'm going to move these up. Um, I'm going to pull one angel card from the angel deck. See what comes up. Hope you all are well. All right. Okay, card for my collective. Whoever comes on this reading and needs to hear the message. So hang in there, okay? The eclipse is on May 26th. Then there's a Mercury retrograde, which is going to last into June. But yeah, allowing the spirit to eclipse out things out of your life. Okay. The nature card came out, and everybody who's alive knows the power of nature. I'll bring the card up front a little bit closer. So yeah, Beethoven, before he wrote his symphonies, he would walk into nature. The spirit would come to him. Then he composed symphonies. When I go out in the nature, there's magic everywhere. There's magic everywhere, especially when I'm watering my fruit trees. A dragonfly or some kind of flying insect that I've never seen, like some type of a hornet or a wasp. Yeah, they come hang out, and the wind's blowing and the water's spraying, and they hold on and they stay there for like 5 minutes. The same with the other little guy who came, the bumblebee. Um, it looked like um, a type of a bee. It was fairly large. Yeah, it came and pollinated quickly each about a dozen lemon blossoms on my lemon tree that I planted. Um, the sounds, the colors. Nature is just waiting for you to look at it and marvel at it so it can express itself. Spirit comes through. I particularly like purples and reds, oranges. Okay. Um, and while we're on the subject of color, real quick, so when you're eating fruits and vegetables, if you know anything about the chakras, maybe I'll talk about this in another reading. The colors of the rainbow, yeah, the colors in the foods like red bell peppers, red strawberries, um, blue corn for the third eye. Yeah, they correspond to the chakras and they nourish that energy center. So the primal incoming energy comes through the chakra system. Then it goes into a gland, thymus, pituitary, pineal, adrenal glands, goes through 72,000 meridians, and then it nourishes the physical body, muscle, bone, tissue, the organs. So yeah, so by the time you get into a physical distress or mental distress, something has gone awry um, with the primal incoming energy. And these energies have built up in a matrix-like situation for eons, countless eternities. There's been galactic wars. Now, I know a lot about that stuff, but it freaks people out. There's benevolent and malevolent species. They're fighting for DNA right now. It gets deep. Um, So I have um, an uncanny ability to manifest and bring in all the information that I need about the icebergs or what else might be going on. Um, and it's kind of like if you've thought of all the movies you've ever watched in your entire life and all the song you've ever heard, and you multiplied them into each other, and all that information together, it couldn't even be compare to this moving reality, to what's actually happening that the five senses aren't picking up. Okay. Um, and while I'm talking about the five senses, another thing that I think, but I predict for people that have been doing the work that are in alignment is we're getting upgrades in our DNA, and that's going to open up some talents or gifts from spirit or your ancestors that are already in your DNA. The light bulb's going to go on. Probably a lot of you're going to be more psychically connected and telepathic. So once people start developing their telepathic abilities, then the spiritual people can take a rest because then everybody will see what many people don't see. Um, and it's no mystery because the feeling of love, like a kind word or something that touches the heart, that's the love of spirit shining through us. And that's what we all need right now. So again, calling for anybody who's stayed with me this far to, no matter what happens in the next week or so, in through June, even into the fall, keep coming back to love. Um, yeah, okay. Yeah, a lot of there already are a lot of energy healers on the planet, and younger children coming in that might surprise us. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Um, I want to move this back a little bit. Um, I'm going to pick a couple cards in this deck. So yeah, put your seatbelt on and hang on tight. um, okay, I'm going to clarify. This might get specific. I'm going to clarify. I'm going to move the nature card up. I'm going to clarify the devil. Some clarification, shedding some light for us, please. The devil card. It's about. It's not like evil demonic devil. In our journey, it symbolizes the temptations and the things that we give into that have power over us. Um, yeah, they're hard. Some of it is self-negating internal mental clatter. Mine is yeah, I have like 5 vapes. Yeah, so I kind of have a death grip on my vapes, the nicotine. That's going to be a hard one for me. So yeah, whatever that might be. And you can only kill the beast with love. So you need to love yourselves into wholeness. And that frequency of love is what conquers all. The opposite polarity of love is fear. And almost anything negative in this world is born of fear. It's the opposite wavelength of love, polar opposite. Okay. Okay, so on top of the devil card, you got the Strength card in reverse. Okay, that makes sense because they're self-destructive patterns. I'm hoping that when this eclipse passes through into the coming months, that we get a boost. Because some people are trying to heal addictions and they can't. I know the world of pornography is destroying the planet. I'm not I'm not going to say I'm either for or against it. Um, but you can, if you want to look up the way the human brain has been, if you know anything about the reptilians and the radionics and all their special frequency systems and mind control systems, if you want to look into the conspiracy, I recommend David Icke, Icke. And he talks about the sex slave industry. He talks about how the brain at the point of orgasm, how it's been manipulated and the psyche opens up. This, that's how it comes in. It comes in through the mind and then through the body. If you've had a lot of sexual partners, that's going to affect you in many ways. You might want to do some soul retrieval work, especially if you've given your power away or you feel that Three of Swords, that betrayal feeling. Yeah, do look up soul retrieval or cord cutting. Some of the cords you may not want to cut, you may want to dissolve or reconnect within your own auric field. But it'll come to you, okay? But it's basically gathering back your soul pieces and your power that you gave away to other people because you weren't operating with the self-love that's required to become an ascended master. Okay. I'm going to take a card on the universe card. Completions. These major arcana, they're like trump cards, so they carry more weight than the other cards. And so far, we got all three major arcana. Now that I look at it, the devil, the universe, and the strength card, they're all, the devil's a card of Capricorn, strength is the card of Leo. The universe has several affinities. So I lost my train of thought. Yeah, the zodiacs in these readings aren't as important as whatever you pick up that resonates with you that you want to take from the message. Oh, so I was talking about oh yeah, the trump cards, back to that. So these trump cards, these major arcana, these are huge cycles that have to do with the evolution of our consciousness and our spiritual mastery. And then the court cards and the pip cards, those are just the activities, anything that people can think, do, say, feel, people in our lives, situations, archetypes. Actually, not archetypes. The archetypes would be more these major arcana, archetypal energies. You might want to look that up. Yeah, so let's see what falls on top of the universe card. We're at 24 minutes, so I'm not going to time this. I'm just going to let it roll. If you like it, please subscribe. And stay connected. I'm trying to create a community here where we can stay connected. Comments, help each other out. Card in the universe card, please. One card. A lot want to come out. A card on the universe card. Also called the world or the completed world. It's the last trump in the major arcana. The Fool is the first, the beginning of your journey of your soul, all the way to the graduation card. So after this eclipse, we're going to be entering a whole new cycle of self-empowerment. Um, yeah, being able to continue to hold the frequency of love, letting people be who they are, listening to people's stories. Sometimes there's more healing in just listening to someone than there is in doing Reiki on them, or energy work. Yeah, just listening to somebody means a lot. Means a lot. Card doesn't want to come out. I'm waiting for the right card. And I'm the slowest shuffler on YouTube. Yeah, like a snail. Card, please. Okay. Makes sense. Because we've been talking about love. You got the Ace of Cups. Starts with self-love. This is a card of beautiful, brand new beginnings in your emotional world that are fulfilling and beautiful and high vibrational. This could be self-love. This could be the ecstasy of falling in love. Brand new beginning romantic relationship. But it's the Ace of Cups. You see the bird? Kind of rings of the Holy Spirit descending down. The cup is overflowing. It's not just romantic love. It's when the cup is overflowing. It's a very blissful state. And as a planet, we're moving into this. We've been in love, but we're moving into, we're kind of leveling up. Yeah, as a collective. And so when that happens, the demonic beings and the reptilians and the mantis and the greys or whoever, Beelzebub, Lucifer, all the Luciferian rebellions and fallen angels, they're not going to, some of the people ruling in the governments, Elon Musk has been taken over by entities. Hitler was. A lot of people are. You can tell. Jesus said you can tell them by their deeds. I shouldn't have dropped that. I don't even know much about Elon Musk, but I'm going by what something I heard that made sense. So back to what I'm talking about. So if you see this spiritual warfare of light on dark, what's happening is the dark has always been there, but the light is flooding it and exposing it. So yeah, so it's going to be shocking for a lot of people. It doesn't have to be. If we can hold this frequency and continue around the earth, there's the photon belt, the sacred geometry that keeps replicating itself, creating new thought forms, new levels of love and telepathy. Yeah, then we're being supported. Okay, we're going to make it to the new earth, which isn't a destination, it's a way of being. Because the earth was made by Creator for the human family. That's why nature is so beautiful, because our skin feels the water. We drink and eat the fruits and vegetables with the caress of a loved one. Yeah, we were made there's a quote, all gifts are received through the body. Yeah, so we got to take care of ourselves. And everybody is basically in the same boat. Everybody's trying to eat better, be healthier, have loving partnerships. So we're going to get there. The Eight of Wands came out. So that suggests to me that we are going to get there and that this is fast moving forward momentum, forward motion. You see the arrows flying through the sky. You see a person, it looks like a wise person, long gray hair on a white. Oh, wow. Okay, he's on a white horse. He just crossed over the little stream, emotions. And if you look on the mountain, he's heading towards those three pillars. They look like figures. The number 3 is profound. That could be interpreted as many things. To me, this is kind of like it just came to me. If you look at the person on the picture, this would be like the Holy Grail. Okay, searching for the Holy Grail. To me, the Holy Grail is the divine feminine aspect of spirit, of the Godhead. And as you can see, it's been desecrated, especially in the pornography industry. It's been desecrated on this planet. You know, women that are prostituting themselves so they can feed their children. That to me makes more of a statement about I don't want to sound sexist, males than it does about the women. Or when a young girl gives birth to a child and they found him thrown in the dumpster, let's not look at the girl that is experienced that level of pain. And in the beginning, the Ten of Wands, the oppression and the sorrow. Yeah, let's try to figure out how to fix our sexual conduct, get it back to a higher frequency of love, because that's what I really wanted to talk about. And I'm going to do a video on sexual encodements, and I'm probably going to talk about some of that mind control frequency. Why not? Everybody else is doing regular tarot card readings. I'm just going to start channeling whatever comes out. I just use the tarot cards as a pictorial to cue me. And also another thing, because I'm teaching all this stuff, I'm giving you my gold nuggets of wisdom. So I just lost my train of thought. I was looking at the horse and rider here. The hero's journey. You see the hero's journey. We're getting help. It's going to come in fast. Fast changes. Close out these old cycles. I was talking about, well, it'll come back to me. Oh, okay. I was going to talk about brahmachara and Nita Brahma. So those are Sanskrit terms. But basically, the simple brain needs to be amused because that's kind of our enemy. That's where all the fears are born. False memories. And then the physical body, because a lot of us are antsy, especially if you have ADD, needs to be occupied. So the tarot cards for me are something that occupies my simple brain and I used to teach art, so I love to look at the pictures, and so that I can make a spiritual connection and channel some ideas or some concepts or some teaching, and just take whatever I say. It's just food for thought. A good teacher makes you think, not doesn't tell you what to believe in. This is just food for thought. And if there's anything that will help you, okay, you can adopt that. Continue to do your rituals, and if you're meditating, continue to do that. That's how we counteract how we counteract this energy is through meditation in nature, okay? Very important, and everybody knows this. Everybody knows the power of nature. There's no mystery behind that. It's extraordinary, and it's magic. So let's move on. I'm going to get my other deck. And then I'm going to end with 3 oracle cards from this deck. We'll see what comes out. Oh, I'm going to do them first. I'm going to do them first. I think I'm going to take 3. Okay, we're at 35 minutes. That's not too bad. Okay. Card that'll make sense. Okay. Something that collective might be interested in knowing. Okay. About themselves or others. Or the eclipse. Can we expect? Loyal heart. Card. Please. I need a vape break. Shuffling. This shuffling is something. Yeah, different decks I shuffle differently. A card to add to this message. Anything we can use or know about the upcoming eclipse. Again, it's May 26th. See how that affects your life. Okay. You got the time to go card. Okay. I'm just going to pull this one. I don't need to pull 3. Yeah. With regards to this devil card, you got the time to go. You see, this woman is ready to leap into the atmosphere. She's running off this dock, running. And this is talking about toxic relationships, male or female, narcissists. We can't do someone else's inner work for them, but we can hold a space of love, and that's what we're called to do. I work with the Pleiadians, and that's a call to love. So yeah, as far as this universe, this graduation, this ending card, it's time to go. It's time to go. I don't really, that was probably, I think I'm going to end it on this card. Okay. It's time to go. See what's beyond the veil on the other side of the matrix. See how magical you are. Be gentle and loving with yourself. Don't forget that self-love is extremely important. This is also the ecstasy of falling in love. If you close out these old cycles and relationships, because it's time to go, right? You're gonna end up with this. And it's going to be fulfilling in every way. It's going to be spiritually fulfilling. You can have a romantic partner, or you're going to have be very self-empowered. I'm kind of a mystical temperament, so I'm not searching there for a mate. I was married. I think I was 20 when I got married. I was in college. Had a beautiful daughter. Gift that keeps giving. So one more thing I want to talk about on this Ace of Cups. Cups is feelings, love, water, emotions. Is a quote that is another, like this is another one of my gold nuggets. And there's a lot. I used to go to AA meetings in Pennsylvania, and they have a lot of gold nuggets too. Real simple things that make a lot of sense, that go deep. But and I don't remember if it was the Pleiadians teachings or if it was like the Galactic Brotherhood. because I have so much information. I'm very connected to the extraterrestrials. I am very connected on a galactic level. Not so much intergalactic, but I know who's coming in to help. I know about the pyramids in Egypt. It's just information. I know about the conspiracies. I've kind of studied and dabbled in all of it. So what I'm saying is this. So we're talking about this card. And with this, I promise, um, when it comes to self-love on a scale of 1 to 10, for self-love on a scale of 1 to 10, you must be an 11. That just gave me the shivers. 11 on a scale of 1 to 10, okay? That might not make sense to some of you. And 11 is the number of light. Okay, so peace out. I'd appreciate any comments or likes, or any ideas of any other videos you'd like me to talk about. I have a lot of information. I'm willing to share it for your discernment. Okay? And happy eclipse, my empaths. Peace out.